Big 12 today, SiriusXM, Channel 375 with Gabe Eichert. I'm Chris Plank, and we're pumped to be joined by standout Texas running back Roschon Johnson, who is, I guess we could say, back. Roschon, before we get into the excitement of this run for Texas and how well you guys have been playing, what was the decision process for you like this offseason and kind of deciding and figuring out your options and what you wanted to do?
I didn't really think there was much for me to decide. I mean, getting my degree was the main thing for me. So I knew I'd have to stay here to get that done. And then on top of that, I think we had more than good enough team to win some championships. So I felt like it was a matter of getting the guys together and, going forward, get my degree, and ultimately getting on the road to win championships.
Well, and I think that's a really cool place to start because that's something that is really important to you. Your degree, your academics, you've got a 3.4 GPA in the Cones Business School. And, I mean, obviously there's awards upon awards that you're a candidate for, including the National Football Foundation Scholar Athlete Award. Gabe knows something about that. Tell me about just how serious your schooling and really embracing the challenge of schoolwork and getting that degree. How big of a deal is that to you?
Yeah, it's a major deal. My parents have made sure they instill within me just the will to not only be good on the field but off the field. And I can remember being a little kid bringing my report cards home, and if it's not all A's, my mom will get mad at me. Which I don't think I had a B until like the 12th grade, but. No, it's always been a point of emphasis for me to, just do well in school and make the best out of my education because that always came first and that was always a priority of mine. So coming into college, I wanted to make sure that was the first thing that I get was my degree. And I've done just that, gotten on track within McCombs and look to officially get my degree in hand in December.
All right, Roschon, let's talk about the win on Saturday, a hard-fought one for you and your team. What was it like being able to get that thing done at the end of that game? Because, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, but it kind of felt like you guys lose this type of game a season ago, but you were able to figure it out, you were able to get the job done. How satisfying is that?
Yeah, it's satisfying knowing that we can work together and win, even when things don't turn out as perfect or as good as we thought. I think that's always a testament to a team that's good enough to do so. So a lot of average teams probably wouldn't get that win, but in our case, we're just able to kind of will through and, just kind of galvanize the guys to, get that win. So I think it was a great confidence booster that going forward, we got a lot to clean up. At the same time, we have definitely the culture to will ourselves to a win.
Roschon, you guys look confident. You guys look prepared, but I know that Steve Sarkisian talked about, hey, we kind of had a come-to-Jesus meeting this morning that there were some things that needed to be done better, maybe more attention to detail. What was that meeting like, and how do you feel about where this team is now going forward?
Yeah. We knew just from looking at the film there was a lot of self-inflicted errors that we had done to put ourselves in just bad positions. And going forward, I think we can learn from that and just realize how important it is for us to take the details very important and just to execute as a whole. So, I think moving forward, we can learn from it and, ultimately correct our mistakes so we can not have a game like that again.
But isn't it nice to say that, and you came away with a win, right? So I think to Gabe's point, you guys look different. Does it feel different right now to you at all, Roschon?
Yeah, I think it feels different in the sense that we know we can win. We're more than capable of winning every game that we play. And no matter what the situation is, if we hunker down and execute and set out to do the things that we set out to do, that will prevail ultimately. So, yeah, definitely it feels different, but at the same time, we just got to keep learning and keep growing.
Take me through a little bit of that combination, that relationship between you and Bijan and how that's developed over the last couple of years. What's that been like?
Yeah, definitely. It's been I think we've gotten closer and closer each year. that we've been around each other, and that's another brother to me. So we have a lot of fun. We joke around. We're very similar in a lot of ways, but at the same time, like we're very close. So yeah, I think over the years we've just kind of grown together as brothers and just have kind of learned from each other and just kind of helped each other's journey along the way.
So, Roschon, the drive that ends up being the game winner for y'all, I mean, you go 11 plays, 75 yards. You had 4 touches. Bijan had 6. I mean, just absolutely ran it right at him. How satisfying of a drive was that for you and that offense?
Yeah, that was definitely one to hang our hats on, just to be proud of that we could do such a thing and run the ball even when your opponent knows you're going to run it. So, yeah, that was definitely a good thing for us to do, and just a confidence booster for us to have as a offensive unit. So definitely moving forward, knowing that we can do such a thing, I think puts us in a great position from a mindset standpoint going forward.
Now, Roschon, Iowa State's been playing really good defense for a while now. They've kind of been the standard here in the Big 12 Conference when it comes to defensive consistency. What makes it so difficult playing against that defense? Because, I mean, you guys only scored 24 points. You guys are a high-powered offense, especially with Ewers back at quarterback. What makes it so difficult to play against the Cyclones' defense?
Yeah, they're definitely a team that you can't make many mistakes against. And when you do make mistakes, that's how low-scoring games like the one we just had happen. So they're technically sound. They do everything right. They're in the right spots at the right time. So, and they play hard. They're a well-coached team. So at the end of the day, you're going to get their best outing just from a schematic and effort standpoint from those guys. And if you don't capitalize, you'll struggle.
Roschon Johnson's our guest. So I'm really big on hearing guys talk about their coordinators and their position coaches. Let's talk about one of the greats in Georgia Tech football history, former Cowboy, Tashard Choice. What's he meant to your development, and how unique has it been to have a guy that – pretty young dude, right, and Tashard in that room kind of leading the way for you guys?
Yeah, Coach Choice has meant a lot to me, just overall, on and off the field. He's definitely brought a different perspective to our running back room, just from a professional standpoint, because he's been in the league. He's kind of experienced the ins and outs of, playing college football, playing professionally, and just kind of knows what to expect. So he definitely gives you that different aspect, and he's a younger guy that can, relate to you a little better. So, yeah, definitely from my time that I spent with him, it's been a blessing, and I hope to keep growing as we move forward.
Now, Roschon, I know most people know you for what you're doing at running back, right? Running the ball, catch the ball out of the backfield. But, man, I was watching that game, and you kept popping up on special teams, including one hell of a hit on a kickoff return. How much pride do you take in that? How much pride do you take in playing on those special team units?
Yeah, definitely. I take a lot of pride in doing those things on special teams and just being available for the team, because I think I can create more value for myself as opposed to only playing offense. So, and I think a lot of that goes unnoticed by people that don't really they take it for granted, but the guys within the program kind of see the guys who play special teams and who contribute in that way. So I definitely take a lot of pride in doing so. So anytime I can get an opportunity to go out there and play on teams, I'm more than willing to do so.
Now, I know it's 1 week at a time and it's early in the week, and you guys are probably still just trying to fix some of the mistakes from the Iowa State game. But, man, y'all's next 3, I mean, you guys got a stretch to prove what you guys are as a football team, and that starts on Saturday in Stillwater. Roschon, how excited are you not only for this Saturday but kind of this stretch run here to prove the football team that the Texas Longhorns are?
Yeah, definitely. I'm very excited just to showcase who we are as a team, and just kind of, showcase that we're more than capable of, being in the Cowboy Stadium on December 3rd. So, Yeah, I mean, like you said, it starts with our game against Oklahoma State in Stillwater, but we just got to take it day by day and, take advantage of each and every single day that we get. And ultimately, I think we'll be in good hands.
Roschon, before I let you get out of here, we talked a little bit about you and Bijan, but I dig the offensive talent on this team, right? Jordan Whittington seems like he's been around for a minute. Xavier Worthy's an NFL guy. Jatavian Sanders, an athletic freak at tight end. But can you take us through what Quinn Ewers has meant to this team? I always want to talk and ask about the quarterbacks, right? But what's, for a young dude, right, what's kind of been your impression of how he's handled this moment?
Yeah, definitely. I think he was made for these types of moments. He doesn't really seem to let the moment affect him. He's always been kind of the same mellow guy. Doesn't really get too high or get too low. So I think that definitely helps the team calm down, knowing that we have a guy like that. And then I think everybody knows the type of arm talent that he has. So with him back there, we know that we'll get, the best out of him. So ultimately, I think he instills a lot of confidence within us as an offensive unit. And then, I think from that point on, we can just go out and execute.
Roschon, great job this week, and congrats on the win. Good luck against Oklahoma State, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Roschon Johnson, standout tailback for the Texas Longhorns.